Hello and welcome. I am Exit Light, and this is my channel. Today we're going to do a segment in paranormal and supernatural world. As usual with these segments, I usually warn that they are not particularly edited, so you may hear noise in the background, things that go bump in the night in Exit's house. So, as per usual with these segments lately, I wouldn't say that it's exactly news. But a few months ago, I did a segment on what you could buy on eBay that is haunted. And I decided to get on Etsy and see what I could find for us. See what we could get that would make our skin crawl, make the hair on the back of our neck stand up. If you're interested in purchasing any of these, I would suggest that you get on Etsy and find them before they are gone. All right, let's go. The first one is a doll. Doesn't she look so beautiful standing with her face in the corner? Her pretty curly hair, her beautiful dress. Her description is, "The servant has no name." And for those of us Game of Thrones enthusiasts, we all just said "a man has no name" together at the same time. Now look at her when she's turned around. Maybe not so lovely after all. Her description is that she believes her life is unworthy of a name and has only been reduced to just that, to serve others. The spirit in this doll is said to have lived the life of a servant, that she was worked day and night, hardly ever fed, often beaten, and finally reduced to prostitution. When she couldn't take it anymore, she stopped eating, and she grew thinner and thinner, and eventually her spirit left her heavily abused body to go and find peace. So, they say that this spirit has lived a life of servitude beyond her limits, and that is why they believe that she will do well with an individual who feels like they too are sacrificing their lives for others. If that's you, here's your doll. Second, this one's name is Copper, and it is yet another doll with their face in the corner. And when he turns around, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think he's cute. They are uncertain of its origin, and they are pretty sure that the name Copper is a nickname. But what they do know is that Copper is the spirit of hatred. And with Copper comes some instructions. If Copper's spiritual activity takes a wrong turn, please place Copper inside a closed-off box and put him away in a cupboard or any kind that is either placed in the attic or the cellar. This will subdue the activity and pacify the spirit. He might not be that cute after all. This next item is another doll. Its description is scary, old, genuine, vintage, creepy doll. And of course, she's haunted, which I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have had to told you that after you got a good long look at her. Is this the doll for you? Is this the doll you want to cuddle up to in the middle of the night during a thunderstorm? I'm going to take a hard pass, but you might want to go over to Etsy and snatch her up. This next doll is possibly the creepiest doll yet, and sure to give you a lifetime of nightmares. Her description, other than haunted, is scary old Victorian creepy doll, and I think that sums it up. I wouldn't want to run into this doll in a dark alley or even a brightly lit room. However, if she sends a certain little tingle your way, head on over to Etsy. She's waiting. This next thing might be right up your alley. A tequila flask and a painted skull. Its description: this tiny figurine was an important part of our investigation at a private residence. Our sensitive helped guide the spirit that was bothering the family into the small tequila flask, as she felt it was the only thing that could contain the entity that they had at their disposal. After the investigation and the cleansing, the owners have reported that there has been no more activity. So, lucky you. You can buy this tequila flask, fill it up with some tequila, and have a vicious spirit. Not just the tequila. Here you go. A lovely old train. The story behind this: a man knew that his friend's son liked trains, so he bought one at a garage sale. The owner warned him that it was haunted, but he laughed it off, as we all do. And when he took it home, he set it in his dining room. Hours later, he heard noises coming from the room. He went in there to check it out. And underneath the box containing this train was some type of light emanating from it. He quickly decided that that couldn't be happening, let his dog outside, came back in, and when he did, there was a boy standing next to the box who asked him, "Do you want to play?" He decided that it might be haunted after all. I don't know if he ever answered that boy, but since this train is for sale, my guess is no. And finally, these adorable baby shoes. Here's their description. If you are truly a macabre fanatic, you might consider these shoes. They belong to killer Marcy May Wilcox. Marcy May was born in the late 1940s. Marcy May and her mother disappeared completely after she, at the age of 7 years old, killed 2 other children while on vacation at the Black Sea. Her method of killing these children? Bludgeoning them to death. She confessed to her mother, who later told her father, and 2 days later, Marcy and her mother left their vacation spot and nobody heard from them again. Well, wasn't she just adorable? Thank you for coming to my channel. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to be notified of any time I upload content or go live on a podcast, please click that bell. Good night.